I have an external locus of control because I'm a firm believer in luck and fate. This affects my life because I tend to give up easily and just accept that it is what it is. Whenever I go to the racetrack and place a bet on a horse that's very high odds, and they end up winning, I obviously give credit to my amazing betting skills, but also on the fact that it was pure luck. It can also tend to affect my life negatively because when I'm studying for a test and I don't know anything, I just give up and think to myself, if I'm meant to get an A, then I'll get an A. Whatever happens while I take my test is out of my control. This is my dad, and this is my mom. For the most part, they both raised me with an authoritative and permissive, indulgent parenting style. I had few rules as a kid, but they still had standards and expectations for me. For example, when I was young, I would hang out with my neighbors all the time and run around the block with little to no rules. We would climb trees, play with scooters, and even walk to our local Jewel-Osco alone. However, they still had standards for me, such as no bad words, being nice to my siblings, getting good grades, and helping out around the house. Additionally, my parents never really grounded us as a kid, but they always made it very clear when we did something wrong. The mix of parenting styles made me rather aggressive at times, but also less likely to get in trouble and be energetic. I have a lot of anxiety surrounding my health. For example, when I was in elementary school, I used to drink Diet Coke all the time, but whenever I drank it, I was convinced that my teeth and organs were rotting. Now I only drink club soda. I also currently believe that the mole on my head is cancerous, despite being told it's not, so now I'm scared to go in the sun. Usually when most people get headaches, they brush it off as nothing. My first thought, however, is that I have cancer, and I think about it until my headache stops. These are tendencies of a somatoform disorder, more specifically illness anxiety disorder. When it comes to love, I'm not the most sentimental type. I hate hugs, and I feel uncomfortable verbally saying I love you, even if I think it. My love language is definitely acts of service and quality time, as I tend to show my love in other ways, such as filling up gas for my parents or cleaning up our bathroom for my brother. For my friends, I show them my love by asking them to hang out and just spend time with them. I personally handle stress very poorly and get stressed out very easily. Usually when I'm under stress and in the resistance stage of the GAS stage, I get pounding headaches, and sometimes I get a sharp pain in my chest, even though I feel mentally fine, due to the fact of being in the resistance stage. I think I spend a lot of time in the exhaustion stage because I often always feel burned out. This was most prominent during diving, and by the end of the season, I couldn't even do a basic dive because I was so mentally exhausted and burnt out and had a lot of anxiety about diving. My temperament as a baby was actually pretty easy. I never really cried or threw temper tantrums. However, unlike what we learned in Psych, my temperament did not stay the same. Today, my temperament is very difficult as I complain and make things more difficult than they need to be. I also cry almost every day over nothing. For example, after a long late-night shift at work on a school night, I drove all the way to McDonald's for a mocha frappe, but the machine was broken. I was so upset and frustrated that I cried the entire way home, bawling my eyes out over coffee. The combined effects of these psych terms in my life has led me to be stressed, difficult, and complicated, but yet uniquely me, as I am today. I hope to continue my external locus of control because it makes me less stressful by telling myself everything happens for a reason and the universe has a set plan for me. In the future, I will need to modify my anxiety surrounding my health and my unhealthy stress to thrive and reach my full potential.
Oh my god.